Hello and welcome to our channel. We are happy to have you here today. This video is prepared at B1 English level. The sentences are clear and natural, and the pace is calm, so you can easily follow and improve your listening skills. Today, we are going to explore the hidden world of the Scorpio woman. At first glance, she may appear calm, confident, or even distant. Many people think they understand her quickly, but the truth is very different. The Scorpio woman does not reveal herself easily. She protects her inner world and chooses carefully who she allows into her life. In this video, we will talk about 10 hidden traits that shape her personality, her emotions, and her relationships. These traits are often invisible to others, even to people who are close to her. Some of these qualities give her strength, while others create inner struggles. Together, they form a complex and powerful character. Listen carefully, take your time, and enjoy learning English through meaningful content.
Hidden trait 1. She feels everything very deeply. One of the most hidden traits of a Scorpio woman is how deeply she feels everything. On the surface, she may look calm, controlled, or emotionally distant. Many people believe she is strong because she does not show her feelings easily. However, inside her emotional world is intense and powerful. Every word, look, and experience can leave a deep mark on her heart. She does not experience emotions in a light or simple way. When she feels happiness, sadness, love, or anger, she feels it fully. A Scorpio woman rarely reacts immediately. Instead, she absorbs emotions quietly. She listens carefully, observes body language, and remembers details that others forget. Because of this, she often understands emotional situations better than most people. This deep emotional awareness allows her to connect strongly with others, but it can also become emotionally tiring. Feeling everything deeply means she cannot easily forget emotional pain. Even small events can stay in her memory for a long time. This deep emotional nature affects her relationships strongly. When a Scorpio woman loves, she loves with loyalty and intensity. She does not enjoy surface-level connections. She wants emotional truth and deep bonds. Because of this, she may take time before opening her heart. Trust is extremely important to her. Once she trusts someone, she gives emotional commitment fully. However, if her trust is broken, the emotional pain can be very strong, and recovery takes time. Her emotional depth also makes her very intuitive. A Scorpio woman often senses when something is wrong, even if nothing is said. She can feel changes in tone, energy, and behavior. This intuition is not magic, but emotional intelligence built through deep feeling and observation. Because of this, she may seem mysterious to others. People may not understand how she knows certain things, but her emotional awareness guides her naturally. At times, this emotional depth can feel like a burden. A Scorpio woman may struggle to let go of past experiences. She may replay conversations in her mind and analyze emotions repeatedly. Learning emotional balance is an important life lesson for her. When she learns to accept her feelings without letting them control her actions, her emotional depth becomes her greatest strength. It gives her empathy, emotional wisdom, and inner power. In the end, this hidden trait explains why the Scorpio woman is both strong and sensitive. She feels everything deeply, but she survives because of that depth, not despite it. Hidden trait 2. She trusts very slowly but completely. One of the most important hidden traits of a Scorpio woman is how carefully she builds trust. She does not trust people quickly, and this is often misunderstood. Some may think she is distant, cold, or secretive. In reality, she is simply protecting her emotional world. Trust, for her, is not a small thing. It is a deep decision that affects her heart, her loyalty, and her sense of safety. A Scorpio woman observes people before she opens up. She pays attention to actions more than words. Promises do not impress her easily. She wants to see consistency, honesty, and respect over time. Because of this, she may test situations silently. These tests are not games. They are ways for her to understand if a person is emotionally safe. She wants to know if someone will stay the same during difficult moments, not only during good times. Once trust is built, the Scorpio woman changes completely. She becomes open, loyal, and deeply supportive. She shares her thoughts, emotions, and vulnerabilities. At this stage, she expects honesty in return. Trust for her is not partial. It is full or nothing. This is why betrayal affects her strongly. If trust is broken, it can feel like a deep emotional wound. Forgiveness may be possible, but the same level of trust is very difficult to rebuild. This slow trust-building process also affects her friendships and work relationships. She may have a small circle, but the connections she keeps are strong and meaningful. She prefers quality over quantity. In professional life, she works best in environments where trust and respect are clear. When she feels secure, she gives full effort and commitment. When she feels unsafe, she withdraws emotionally and protects herself quietly. Her careful approach to trust is connected to her emotional memory. A Scorpio woman remembers emotional experiences clearly, especially painful ones. Past disappointments teach her to be cautious. This does not mean she is negative. It means she is realistic and emotionally aware. She learns from experience and adapts her boundaries. Over time, learning to balance caution with openness becomes an important lesson for her. When she trusts wisely, her relationships become deep and powerful. Her loyalty becomes a gift, and her presence becomes grounding. This hidden trait explains why a Scorpio woman may take time to open her heart, but when she does, her trust is complete and deeply meaningful. Hidden trait 3. She needs emotional control to feel safe. A Scorpio woman has a strong need for emotional control, and this is one of her most hidden traits. Many people think control means power over others, but for her, it means safety. She needs to feel that her emotions, her environment, and her relationships are stable. When she feels emotionally secure, she can relax and show her true self. When she does not, she becomes guarded and cautious. This need for control starts from her deep emotional nature. Because she feels everything very strongly, emotional chaos can feel overwhelming. Sudden changes, unclear intentions, or emotional games make her uncomfortable. To protect herself, she prefers structure and clarity. She wants to know where she stands with people. Clear communication helps her feel balanced and safe. When situations are uncertain, her mind becomes active, and she may start analyzing every detail. In relationships, this trait often shows itself quietly. A Scorpio woman may want emotional honesty and clear boundaries. She does not like mixed signals. If someone is emotionally distant or unpredictable, she feels uneasy. This does not mean she wants to control the other person's life. She simply wants emotional transparency. When she understands what is happening emotionally, she can trust more easily and connect more deeply. At work, her need for emotional control turns into responsibility and focus. She likes to know her role and expectations clearly. When rules and goals are defined, she performs very well. She is reliable, disciplined, and determined. However, in chaotic environments, she may feel stressed and emotionally drained. In such cases, she protects her energy by becoming quiet and emotionally distant. This hidden trait can sometimes create inner conflict. A Scorpio woman may struggle between wanting to surrender emotionally and needing to stay in control. Letting go feels risky to her. She may fear losing herself or being hurt. Learning when to release control is an important personal lesson. With time and emotional maturity, she learns that not everything needs to be managed. Trusting the process can also bring peace. When balanced, this need for control becomes a strength. It helps her stay grounded, focused, and emotionally stable. She becomes someone others can rely on during difficult moments. Her calm presence and emotional awareness bring structure to emotional situations. In the end, a Scorpio woman's desire for emotional control is not about dominance, but about creating a safe inner world where she can love, trust, and grow without fear. Hidden trait 4. She remembers emotional details for a long time. One hidden trait of a Scorpio woman is her strong emotional memory. She does not only remember events, but also the feelings connected to them. Words, tones of voice, looks, and small actions stay in her mind for a long time. While others may forget emotional moments quickly, she keeps them quietly inside. This memory is not about holding grudges on purpose. It is a natural result of how deeply she experiences emotions. A Scorpio woman remembers how people made her feel. She may forget exact dates or facts, but emotional experiences remain clear. If someone supported her during a difficult time, she remembers that loyalty and appreciates it deeply. If someone hurt her or broke her trust, that feeling also stays with her. Because of this, she is very careful about who she lets close. Her emotional memory helps her decide who is safe and who is not. This trait affects her relationships strongly. She values consistency because she notices emotional changes quickly. If someone behaves differently over time, she senses it. Small emotional signals are important to her. This makes her a very aware partner and friend. She understands emotional patterns and reacts accordingly. However, this can also create inner tension. Sometimes she wishes she could forget emotional pain more easily, but her mind keeps replaying certain moments. In conflicts, her emotional memory can be both helpful and challenging. She remembers past conversations and emotions clearly, which allows her to understand the full picture. At the same time, this can make forgiveness harder. Even if she chooses to forgive, the emotional memory does not disappear quickly. Healing takes time. She needs emotional honesty and effort to rebuild trust. This hidden trait also gives her strength. Because she remembers emotional lessons, she grows wiser over time. She learns from experiences and avoids repeating emotional mistakes. Her memory becomes a guide rather than a burden. When she reflects instead of holding pain, she becomes emotionally intelligent and grounded. Learning to release emotional weight is an important life lesson for a Scorpio woman. When she allows herself to process emotions instead of storing them, she finds peace. Writing, reflection, or deep conversations can help her release emotional tension. With balance, her emotional memory becomes a powerful tool. It helps her love deeply, protect herself wisely, and move forward with strength and clarity. When balanced, this need for control becomes a strength. It helps her stay grounded, focused, and emotionally stable. She becomes someone others can rely on during difficult moments. Her calm presence and emotional awareness bring structure to emotional situations. In the end, a Scorpio woman's desire for emotional control is not about dominance, but about creating a safe inner world where she can love, trust, and grow without fear. Hidden trait 5. She protects her private world strongly. One of the most noticeable yet hidden traits of a Scorpio woman is how strongly she protects her private world. She does not share her thoughts, emotions, or personal experiences easily. Many people believe this means she is secretive or distant, but the truth is deeper. Her privacy is a form of emotional safety. She feels most comfortable when her inner world is protected from judgment, pressure, or misunderstanding. A Scorpio woman chooses carefully what she shares, and with whom. She does not enjoy casual emotional exposure. Small talk may feel empty to her when it touches personal topics. She prefers meaningful conversations with people she trusts. When someone asks personal questions too quickly, she may feel uncomfortable and pull back. This reaction is not rude. It is her way of protecting emotional boundaries. In relationships, this trait creates depth and mystery. She does not reveal herself all at once. Over time, as trust grows, she opens her private world slowly. This gradual sharing creates strong emotional bonds. Her partner may feel honored to be allowed into her inner space. However, if her privacy is not respected, she feels emotionally unsafe. Feeling watched, controlled, or pressured can cause her to withdraw emotionally. At work or in social settings, she often keeps her personal life separate. She may be friendly and professional, but emotionally reserved. This helps her stay focused and balanced. She does not mix emotions with responsibilities easily. People may feel curious about her, but she does not feel the need to explain herself. Her calm presence often creates respect and authority without effort. This strong sense of privacy also helps her observe others. While she shares little, she notices much. She learns about people by listening rather than speaking. This gives her insight and understanding. However, learning to balance privacy with openness is important. Too much emotional protection can create loneliness. Over time, she learns that sharing with the right people brings healing, not danger. When balanced, this hidden trait becomes a powerful strength. Her private world is rich, thoughtful, and emotionally deep. Protecting it allows her to grow at her own pace. A Scorpio woman does not need many people inside her inner circle. She only needs the right ones. This is why her relationships are often deep, loyal, and meaningful. Hidden trait 6. She is extremely loyal once she commits. A very strong hidden trait of a Scorpio woman is her deep loyalty once she truly commits. At first, she may seem careful, distant, or slow to attach. This can confuse people who expect quick emotional openness. However, this slow beginning has an important purpose. She does not give her loyalty lightly. When she finally decides to commit emotionally, her loyalty becomes powerful, stable, and long-lasting. A Scorpio woman connects loyalty with emotional truth. She does not stay in relationships out of habit or comfort. She stays because she feels a deep emotional bond. Once she commits, she invests her time, energy, and emotions fully. She stands by the people she loves, especially during difficult times. When others leave, she often stays. This loyalty is not loud or dramatic. It is shown through consistent presence, protection, and emotional support. In romantic relationships, this trait becomes very clear. A Scorpio woman expects honesty and emotional depth. If she feels respected and valued, she becomes a strong partner. She listens carefully, supports quietly, and defends the relationship with determination. However, loyalty for her is not blind. It is based on trust and emotional safety. If these foundations are damaged, her loyalty can slowly fade. Once it is gone, it is very difficult to rebuild. This loyalty also appears in friendships. She may have only a few close friends, but those friendships are deep and meaningful. She remembers important moments, supports her friends in private, and protects their trust. She does not gossip or betray personal information easily. Because of this, people often feel safe with her, even if she does not talk much about herself. At work, her loyalty shows as dedication and responsibility. When she believes in a project or a team, she works with focus and commitment. She does not give up easily. She prefers long-term stability rather than constant change. However, if she feels betrayed or unappreciated, she may emotionally disconnect and move on quietly. Learning to balance loyalty with self-respect is an important lesson for a Scorpio woman. Sometimes she stays too long in situations that no longer serve her because of emotional attachment. With maturity, she learns that loyalty should not cost her emotional health. When balanced, this hidden trait becomes one of her greatest strengths. Her loyalty creates deep trust, emotional security, and powerful connections that can last a lifetime. Hidden trait 7. She hides her vulnerability behind strength. One of the most misunderstood hidden traits of a Scorpio woman is how she hides her vulnerability behind a strong exterior. To the outside world, she often appears confident, controlled, and emotionally powerful. Many people believe she is unbreakable. However, this strength is often a protective layer. Deep inside, she is sensitive and emotionally aware, but she chooses carefully when and how to show this side of herself. A Scorpio woman learned early that showing vulnerability can feel risky. Emotional openness requires trust, and trust is not given easily. Because of this, she develops emotional armor. This armor helps her move through life without being hurt repeatedly. She may smile calmly while carrying emotional weight inside. This does not mean she is dishonest. It means she values emotional safety. She prefers to process her feelings privately before sharing them with others. In relationships, this hidden trait can create confusion. Her partner may feel that she is emotionally distant or too strong to need support. In reality, she does need understanding and emotional connection. She simply struggles to ask for it directly. When she finally allows herself to be vulnerable, it is a sign of deep trust. Sharing fears, doubts, or emotional pain is not easy for her. When she does, it means the connection is real and meaningful. At work and in social environments, her strength often becomes leadership. She handles pressure well and stays calm during crises. People may rely on her without realizing that she also needs emotional rest. Because she hides vulnerability so well, others may forget to check on her emotional state. Over time, this can lead to emotional exhaustion if she does not create space for herself. Learning to accept vulnerability as strength is an important lesson for a Scorpio woman. When she understands that asking for support does not make her weak, her emotional world becomes lighter. Vulnerability allows healing, connection, and emotional balance. It helps her build deeper relationships without losing herself. When balanced, this hidden trait becomes a source of wisdom. Her strength and sensitivity work together. She becomes emotionally powerful not because she hides pain, but because she knows how to face it. This is why a Scorpio woman often inspires respect. Her quiet strength carries depth, resilience, and emotional truth. Hidden trait 8. She needs time alone to recharge emotionally. One hidden trait of a Scorpio woman is her strong need for time alone. This need is often misunderstood by others. People may think she is distant, antisocial, or uninterested. In reality, time alone is essential for her emotional balance. Because she feels emotions deeply and absorbs energy from her surroundings, being alone helps her reset and recharge. It is not about escaping people, but about reconnecting with herself. A Scorpio woman processes emotions internally. After intense conversations, social events, or emotional experiences, she often feels mentally and emotionally full. Silence helps her organize her thoughts and release emotional tension. During this time, she reflects on what she felt, what she learned, and how she wants to move forward. Without this space, emotions can build up and create inner pressure. In relationships, her need for alone time can sometimes create confusion. Her partner may feel rejected or worried when she asks for space. However, this space actually helps her return more present and emotionally available. When her need for solitude is respected, she feels understood and safe. This allows her to give more emotionally. When it is ignored or judged, she may withdraw further to protect herself. At work, this trait shows itself through focus and independence. A Scorpio woman often works well on her own. She uses quiet time to think deeply and solve problems carefully. She may prefer working alone rather than in constant group interaction. This does not mean she cannot work with others. It means she performs best when she has time to concentrate without emotional noise. This need for solitude is also connected to her creativity and intuition. When she is alone, ideas flow more freely. She listens to her inner voice without distraction. Writing, reading, walking, or simply sitting in silence helps her reconnect with her emotions. These moments are not empty. They are healing and meaningful. Learning to communicate this need clearly is an important lesson for a Scorpio woman. When she explains that alone time is about self-care, not rejection, relationships become healthier. Balance is key. Too much isolation can lead to loneliness, but too little space can cause emotional exhaustion. When balanced, this hidden trait becomes a strength. Time alone helps her stay emotionally stable, clear-minded, and grounded. It allows her to return to the world with calm energy and emotional depth. This is why a Scorpio woman often appears strong and composed. Her solitude gives her power, clarity, and inner peace. Hidden trait 9. She struggles to forget and let go. One of the most challenging hidden traits of a Scorpio woman is her difficulty with forgetting and letting go. Because she feels emotions deeply and remembers emotional details clearly, releasing the past can be hard for her. Experiences, especially emotional ones, leave strong marks on her inner world. While others may move on quickly, she often carries emotional memories for a long time. A Scorpio woman does not hold on to the past out of anger or revenge. Most of the time, she holds on because the emotional meaning still feels alive. She remembers not only what happened, but how it made her feel. These emotional memories can return suddenly through a song, a place, or a simple word. This can bring emotional waves that feel just as strong as the original experience. In relationships, this trait can create inner conflict. She may forgive someone, but forgetting is much harder. Trust, once broken, leaves emotional traces. Even when she wants to move forward, her mind may return to past pain. This can make her cautious and protective. She may take longer to feel safe again. Letting go requires emotional closure, honesty, and time. This struggle also affects her personal growth. Holding on to emotional weight can feel heavy and tiring. At times, she may feel stuck between past and present. However, this trait also shows her emotional depth and honesty. She does not ignore her feelings or pretend that pain did not exist. She faces emotions directly, even when it is uncomfortable. Learning to let go is one of the most important life lessons for a Scorpio woman. Letting go does not mean forgetting or denying the past. It means accepting it without allowing it to control the present. Practices such as reflection, writing, or deep conversations can help her release emotional tension. Understanding that healing takes time allows her to be patient with herself. When she learns to let go gradually, this hidden trait transforms into wisdom. Her past becomes a source of strength instead of pain. She learns which emotional patterns to avoid and which values truly matter. Letting go allows her to create space for new experiences, deeper trust, and emotional peace. In this way, even her struggle becomes part of her emotional power. Hidden trait 10, she has incredible inner strength. The most powerful hidden trait of a Scorpio woman is her incredible inner strength. This strength is not always visible from the outside. She does not need to show it loudly or prove it to others. Many people see her calm face and quiet behavior and think she is simply reserved. In reality, she carries a deep and steady strength that grows through emotional experiences, challenges, and self-awareness. A Scorpio woman becomes strong through what she survives. Emotional pain, loss, disappointment, and betrayal do not destroy her. Instead, they shape her. She may break emotionally at times, but she always rebuilds herself. This rebuilding process is private. She does not ask for attention or sympathy. She reflects, learns, and rises stronger than before. This is why her strength feels deep and real, not forced. Her inner strength also shows in her self-control. Even when emotions are intense inside, she often remains composed on the outside. She knows when to speak and when to stay silent. She chooses her reactions carefully. This does not mean she feels less. It means she has learned how to manage emotional power wisely. This control allows her to handle pressure, responsibility, and emotional stress better than many people expect. In relationships, this strength creates stability. A Scorpio woman does not depend emotionally on others to feel whole. She values connection, but she does not lose herself in it. When relationships end or change, she feels pain deeply, but she does not collapse permanently. Over time, she regains balance and clarity. This ability to stand alone after emotional storms is a clear sign of her inner strength. This trait also guides her life decisions. When she trusts herself, she becomes decisive and focused. She may move slowly, but once she decides, she commits fully. Her strength gives her patience. She understands that real growth takes time. She does not rush healing or success. She trusts her inner process. Learning to recognize her own strength is an important step for a Scorpio woman. When she stops underestimating herself, her confidence grows naturally. She realizes that her sensitivity is not weakness, but power. Her emotional depth becomes her foundation. In the end, this hidden trait explains everything. A Scorpio woman is strong not because life was easy, but because she learned how to survive, transform, and grow. Her strength is quiet, deep, and unshakable.
Well done for staying with us until the end of this video. Today, we explored the 10 hidden traits of the Scorpio woman step by step. We did not only describe behaviors, but we tried to understand the emotions, motivations, and inner world behind them. We saw how deeply she feels, how carefully she builds trust, and how important emotional control is for her sense of safety. We talked about her strong emotional memory, her need for privacy, and her powerful loyalty once she commits. We also explored how she hides vulnerability behind strength, why she needs time alone to recharge, why letting go is difficult for her, and finally, how strong she truly is inside. When all these traits come together, a clear picture appears. The Scorpio woman is not cold, distant, or difficult as she is sometimes described. She is deep, aware, and emotionally intelligent. Her intensity comes from caring deeply, not from wanting control. Her silence holds meaning, and her strength is built through experience. If you are a Scorpio woman, this video may help you see yourself with more understanding and respect. If you know a Scorpio woman, it may help you see her actions and emotions more clearly. True understanding creates patience, and patience creates stronger connections. Thank you for being part of our English learning journey. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing. Take care, stay strong, and we will see you in the next video.